Hello everybody, welcome back to the Do Right channel. Welcome to the inside of my truck. Today we are headed over to the Florida Flywheelers park. We're going to be reassembling that steam engine. We are headed over to the Florida Flywheelers park to put the steam tractor back together. If you remember, we welded up the crankshaft inside that tractor. I'll put a link here if you haven't seen that video. It was a pretty massive crankshaft we welded up in the shop. They've got it machined, as well as some parts that Uncle Keith Rucker machined up in his place in Tifton, Georgia. They've got all the parts. We're putting them all back together today. I'm bringing along my number one oldest son. Say hi, Bo.
Hi, Bo.
And so it is when you have a preteen who's a smartass. Here's the crankshaft that we welded up and then they remachined back to the correct size. This is the clutch part that Keith Rucker and Brian Block worked on. Keith did the bushing, and so then now it's Brian put it in that large horizontal boring machine and bored the diameter to match what they turned down the welds over there. Everything has been prepped, so the guys have been up early at the flywheel park here this morning. They've already started getting things prepped and ready to rock and roll. The crankshaft goes across that journal there. The crank pin connects to the connecting rod here. So you can see they've already got all the bearings greased up. They're ready to kind of set everything, and everything's preloaded. All right, guys, John's gonna explain to us exactly what we're gonna do today.
Well, today we're gonna set the crank in the main journals. We're going to install the caps, and then we're going to install the clutch drive and the drive gear, and ultimately the flywheel.
And you were telling me that part of the concern is the clutch, and that'll be time consuming. Why?
Well, there's several pieces that fit on top of that sleeve before it can be put on there. So we've got the clutch drive mechanism and the gear all fit on top of that sleeve, and then it whole assembly fits on there.
Pretty heavy? Pretty heavy. So this is the proverbial thing of it comes apart a lot easier than it goes back together?
I hope not too bad. All that? Swing to the south a little bit. Down a little more.
Smack him. What's taking so long? You got 37 helpers here. Why is it taking so long?
You have trouble managing people.
I would say it's more like the helpers slow the thing down.
You think?
John's like, if y'all just all leave and leave Bo here with me, I get it fixed a lot faster. This is what happens when you let a bunch of old rednecks don't have the socket they need. They just cut the socket off and weld a piece of pipe in there. That's a homemade socket. There's only one like it in the world, so this one is extremely valuable.
Is your elbow calibrated for the torque? Okay.
How are you going to set the tolerance on that? Is it just about that?
They say just it's got to be snug. That's what the old timers say. They don't believe in the plastic gauge. They say that Babbitt kind of mold itself.
So as long as it turns and it's not sloppy loose, you're kind of somewhere in between the two of them?
Yeah. That's what my thinking is. It seemed to work before.
It's just really bad when the crankshaft comes flying off.
Well, it ain't coming out of there, but you'll hear a pounding.
You got a good bit of surface rust on.
Yeah, it's good old Florida weather.
Oh, trust me, I fight it in my shop. Even in my toolbox drawers.
That's nice. It was all covered with grease and oil when we took it apart, and it's still rusted a little bit. Okay.
I think your shim's hanging, yeah.
They went to a lot of trouble to notch those shims.
Sure did. I got you.
100-year-old threads are still tight, ain't they? Okay, we'll need a wrench.
No matter what you do, there's somebody on YouTube that's going to tell you that you did it wrong.
Yep. That's got to be infuriating.
No, because if they knew how to do it and they were so motivated, they should just
Should have been here.
should have been here.
That's right.
I mean, it's not like we're charging admission for this.
Shimmer's not moving.
Will it fit?
How old is the steam tractor?
1910.
That's in 1916.
He just told you 1910.
I like socks on a rooster.
Should be 4 nuts with
They're right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh,
There you go. You got it.
No. Oh my goodness.
Well, if we had it rolled a little bit.
Yeah, because you got plenty
Yeah.
of room on the bottom.
There you go.
Ooh,
Oh,
There you go. You got it.
it just happened. I hope I got that on camera because that was amazing. I'm not sure if your head was in the way or not, but
at the back of Alan's head. Wondering if we needed any shims this way, but I think if we just push the flywheel on against it and set the clearance by where the flywheel is,
this doesn't go tight against here, does it?
I don't think
That's
it
got to
moves
move.
that far.
It's just the clutch has got
Well,
to move.
without the drum, without the flywheel on it, you don't know. That's true.
the bottom of the hook swings towards you, son.
Right.
Lift on the lever.
Hey, Bo, just pull the hook back to you.
Pull it towards you. There you go.
First one out.
Don't worry about the second one. You can pull it loose. There you go.
Alright, well we'll finish putting that together. Let's see.
What holds the flywheel on?
The gib key is really all that was designed to hold it on. But I made this collar. It tried to work off on me one time. So I made this collar that clamps to the end of the crankshaft, and then this pushes against the jib key and holds it tight.
So it can't work
It
loose?
can't come off. Might not be necessary.
I mean, I'm sure there's more than just a little wear in a 110-year-old tractor.
That's what bothered me, is it tried to work off. And, that fits. That'll fit on here, and that holds that key in.
A little more?
Yeah, it needs to go more, but I don't know why it's stopping there.
It's catching on The shim is about halfway pulled out. Hang on one second, guys. See a little
Oh, I see. Yeah. All right, go back the other way a little bit. Easy. All right, now, wait a minute. All right, now come back to me. Good. That's a little closer.
Can you just pull down on the crank a little bit? Just
grab that hammer down there.
Just pull down on it, put pressure on it.
Like a block of wood too.
I just want to tap the back side of this.
You got it now.
Yeah, that looks good.
Maybe. Staying close, isn't it?
You got her now, buddy.
Look at that.
Like a glove.
Okay.
I like it.
Forcing screw.
Anti-knock.
Yeah. Whenever your motor gets 100,000 miles, it gets a little rod knock in it, just tighten the screws and take the rod knock right out of it.
Gotta love it.
Hello everybody. So we are back out at the Flywheeler Park with Uncle Keith. He's not really my uncle, but I call him Uncle Keith. We are going to power up this Case steam tractor. If you look behind me, you can see they got a head of steam built. We're pretty excited. A lot of work from a lot of people has gone into making this happen. That shaft right there in the middle is the one we did in the video, link up above, that we welded up in the shop. Came out exactly like they wanted it. They're very happy with it. I'm happy, they're happy.
Success!
So the conversation today has gone a little bit like this. We realized that this steam tractor does not have an official name. Now I suggested Smokin' Sally, because when this thing has got a full head of steam, it's got some smoke pouring out of it. Somebody said Smokin' Casey because it's a Case tractor. So down in the comments below, let us know what you think a good, appropriate, family-friendly name for the tractor is. And the folks here at the Florida Flywheelers, well, if they read your comments down below and they like it, they may adopt that for the new name. For now, I'm gonna call her Smokin' Sally.